Note: all the thoughts shared in this video are based on my personal observations and intuitive understanding. I don't have any confirmation or affiliation with any members of Singles Inferno as of the time I made this video. Hi guys, GwanHee and HyeSeon are dating for marriage and I'll give you all the details in this video, but first, have you all seen this picture? Tell me what you see. It's two lovers taking a picture, right? You can feel the love through the photo, y'all. These two are solid. Our K-drama couple keep posting each other on their stories. They are the most open with their relationship amongst the members. I believe these two would have loved to make an announcement by now. Maybe something pertaining to their contract is holding them back, but time will tell. This couple is going strong, guys. Let's cheer for them. Next is Young-suk couple. Have you all seen these pictures? What do you all see? Do you sense any chemistry? Nope, unfortunately, nada.
Yikes.
I do get some good old friendship vibes though, which is okay. Lately, MinYoung has been very active on social media, updating pictures of herself and JinSeok, but JinSeok posts absolutely nothing about her. There was a screenshot she shared in her stories of a chat she had with the members that showed they were finding it hard to tag her in the photos. This was why she made this comment on JinSeok's post that everyone is finding it hard to tag her. Although during their latest gathering, she posted lots of pictures with all the members, but the chemistry between her and JinSeok felt really awkward. Unlike our K-drama couple, there's no romantic vibe. I hope MinYoung doesn't feel pressured to force a forsaken ship, because the chemistry in this goofy photo of JinSeok and HyeSeon is way louder than anything she's ever posted. And JinSeok posted this on his page, lol. I'll maintain that this couple are not together, folks. Let's jump into the exciting world of our carrot couple, GwanHee and HyeSeon. Before we dive into the marriage talks, let me share some compelling evidence that GwanHee and HyeSeon are seriously dating. First up, GwanHee went the extra mile by getting flowers from his favorite flower shop for HyeSeon on her birthday. Now, here's the juicy part. The flower shop follows them on Instagram. When fans asked if they sold those flowers to GwanHee, they replied with a big happy yes, but mysteriously deleted the comment right after. Then, another fan asked a different question, if this was the flower he got for HyeSeon, to which they responded it was similar. Second is about the color green. Hyesun's favorite color is green. Remember, it's speculated she got that hat and bracelet for GwanHee. The brand of the cap is from one of those she's supposedly an influencer for. Well, she made a post on her Instagram and asked fans to ask her questions. She commented she will make a video to respond to the questions. But she was also kind enough to answer some questions directly, but the one that caught my attention the most was when a fan asked what her favorite color was. And she responded, green, obviously. That was her loudest confirmation yet of them dating, y'all. Everyone knows that they both share a love for the color green. There is so much more evidence that I will mention by the end of this video, so please be patient with me. Watch this video till the end, share, like it so that it can reach more people, and please subscribe. You guys rock. Thank you all so much. A lot of viewers think GwanHee was undecided until the last minute. Some even thought that Minji had his heart fully, and also, the funniest thing is that many viewers believe that he chose HyeSeon when they both cried together that night at the bonfire, or even the final day, or rather the last minute was when some others felt he decided on HyeSeon. Nope, all wrong, guys. To find out how serious their relationship is and how far they are both willing to take this, we need to answer one important question. When exactly did GwanHee know that HyeSeon was the one? My answer is, GwanHee knew it was HyeSeon since episode 1. He knew she was going to be his girl from the get-go. Join me on this journey as we unravel the truth. And before we dive in, let me take you back to my first crush in 2023, Minji from Heart Signal Season 4. Trust me, when Hyesu pulled that K-drama driving technique on their first date, I knew Minji was hooked for real. But they didn't show us much about them on that show to avoid spoilers. But in their after-signal interview, Minji confessed that they both knew they would choose each other in the end from get-go even without a verbal agreement. But he still left room for Ji-young when necessary. Remember that cozy couch date with Ji-young, even though he was almost committed to Hyesu? Yep, you guessed it, it was for our entertainment pleasure, although his real feelings were also involved. What's the fun in sticking to just one person on a dating show, right? Next is another dating show which I got the privilege to hear detailed info about when their decision was made. Just like our carrot couple, these couples too made their decision from the first date, but for the sake of entertainment opened up their feelings to allow another love interest. This show also had us scratching our heads with their love triangles till the very end. Once again, what's the fun in coming on a dating show and just sticking to one person, right? Remember that dating shows are for entertainment first before relationships. I'm sure by now, you already know what I am driving at. In my humble observation, everything GwanHee did on the show was for entertainment purposes first. Sure, he let himself enjoy the experience, first falling for Hyeseon and then Minji. It's pretty hard to fake a connection, otherwise the viewers will see through you. So I believe his feelings were real, but there's a twist in this tale, so let's get into it. In episode 1, he matched with Heysun to go to paradise together. During that date, he told her that he chose her because she had the best personality amongst the ladies. Compare that date with Hyeseon's in episode 3, when he asked Hyeseon what her type was, she responded with someone with puppy dog face and so on. He followed it up by asking about her type personality-wise. He seemed more into personality than physical looks. It was also on this paradise date that Hyeseon told him to explore others and come back to her in the end. He then asked her, "Oh, you're that confident, ah?" To which she responded yes. Hold on to that thought, we'll compare it with Hyesun's conversation shortly. Let's uncover another key point. In the first episode, GwanHee's curiosity was piqued when he asked Heysun about her occupation. She reveals she's a life sciences student at a top Korean university. Now, her field and experience were quite different from what GwanHee was used to in his daily encounters. He knew he had to take someone like her seriously. Unlike his usual expensive jokes with other ladies, he refrained from messing around with Heysun. In fact, he was so captivated by her that he even mentioned he'll call on her when he has computer issues. To which she responded she'll help him call customer service, lol. But with Hyeseon and Minji, he first told them both he had no questions for them. This led to a shocking reaction from Hyeseon during their date. Let's dive into the pool scene. Hyesun's killer body and eye-catching swimsuit changed the game. Before that, GwanHee's mood was a bit lackluster, but witnessing that killer body brought every organ in his body to life. OML. I kid you not, guys, I saw it in his eyes. These moments built up his emotions and determination. As soon as GwanHee determined that Heysun was the one, he popped the question, "Will you mind if we choose other people tomorrow?" You might recall her response. She said that it would be scary if we just decided on each other from the first date. Then by the time they got into the smaller pool, he asked her the same question again. Why do you guys think he asked her again? At first, you'll think it's because he is a player and wanted to try all the other women, right? Wrong. He didn't want to lose her. He needed her to know that he had some feelings for her, so he aimed to convey that she shouldn't feel bad when she sees him going on dates with others. They both agreed to date other people with the plan to reunite in the end. Unlike Hyeseon, who made a solo declaration of RRH, round and back to Hyeseon, Heysun and GwanHee reached a mutual agreement. It wasn't a one-sided decision, it was a bond and a shared commitment. GwanHee went a step further and promised Heysun that he wouldn't change his mind. At this point, they were both physically and emotionally connected, although Heysun was skeptical about his sudden declaration. It's worth noting that he never made this promise to anyone else. Let's circle back to the essence of the show, entertainment first, then dating. I've been keeping tabs on GwanHee's basketball games and YouTube videos, and it's clear he understands the art of entertainment. As a pro basketball player, he showcases his skills as a shooting guard and team captain for the Changwon LG Sakers, scoring an average of 9 points per game. Whether on the basketball court or on TV channels, or even his own YouTube videos, GwanHee has mastered the game of entertainment. However, I also noticed some intriguing dynamics of how GwanHee operates while watching these videos. It appears that the energy you give him is reciprocated. He mirrors the treatment he receives. In essence, GwanHee is a bit of a mimic. He responds in kind to what others bring to the table. Sadly, this approach isn't the best as it can be misinterpreted as a huge red flag. Back to singles Inferno. He just promised Heysun he wouldn't change his mind till the end. However, there was a clause: he still needs to keep the show entertaining. As revealed in my previous video, GwanHee is an avid watcher of dating shows, including Season 2 of Singles Inferno, and he knows what to expect. As a captain in his professional life, he's accustomed to making quick decisions. Although he had already resolved in his mind whom he would choose, he recognized the need to fully immerse himself in the experience, keep an open mind, and embrace whatever unfolds. But in the end, all roads must lead to Heysun. Think about it. How many men will go on a dating show and cause so much chaos on TV, especially when it isn't one of those Western dating shows, lol. He was determined to make it the best season yet while also getting himself a great future wife that he may naturally not have access to in the real world. As he is of course a very busy man who is always training, and besides, he is getting older. According to blogs, many of his friends are already married. Netflix thoroughly vets participants before featuring them on the show, and GwanHee joined with serious intentions of seeking a relationship that could lead to marriage. While catering to each woman's needs and adapting to their pace, he maintained a focused mind. Despite repeating things to please them, his true intentions never wavered. He knew what he was doing. Honestly, I do not know how the producers want to top this Season 3, because when he said he'll make Season 3 better than 1 and 2, he meant it, and he did it. So, how will he entertain and make it the best without love triangles? It's hardly possible to entertain anyone without a love triangle on a dating show. So what he did was to immerse himself in this experiment as he dates other women, slightly getting attracted to them but falling gradually deeper in love with Heysun. Did you see how he kept us guessing till the end? I'm not saying this man is perfect. From my observation, he has probably been disappointed before in a past relationship, leading him to be cautious and ensure that the person he wants reciprocates his feelings. During his paradise date with Harjong, he jokingly hinted that he missed the girl he was with the previous day, which was Heysun. Harjong thought it was a joke, but he meant it. His mind was made up, but still, he wanted to be careful and open up his heart for others because he wasn't sure about Hyesun's feelings. He had a blast with Harjong on their date, but the fun left him feeling a bit guilty facing Heysun in Inferno the next day. Then came the squat challenge, and we all witnessed the high level of skinship involved. Heysun clung on with everything she had: hands, boobs, mouth, everything was all over GwanHee's chest, lol, because she was trying not to fall. Imagine doing such a challenge with someone you have feelings for. Your feelings would undoubtedly grow, right? After the challenge, they enjoyed a sweet potato lunch, where Heysun made it clear that GwanHee was her number one, expressing no interest in anyone else. GwanHee reciprocated, affirming his interest in her. Then came Harjong, and once again, sweet words and declarations of interest followed. But there was still one person left, Gyuri. At that time, he hadn't had a chance to check Gyuri out. In his interview, he declared that he was into 3 women, claiming equal feelings for all of them. While this may not be a fact, it showcases GwanHee's prowess as an entertainment genius. His feelings for Heysun were already more, but he strategically kept that information to himself, adding an element of suspense. How can he have equal feelings for even Gyuri, a woman he hadn't had any conversations with yet at the time. Then, he oddly gives the women grades, which is a huge turn-off. I believe this behavior of him ranking the ladies might be due to the nature of his job. Athletes are always into ratings, rankings, and winnings. He likes to compete and win. So during the bonfire night, when he made that blunder not calling the ladies by their names, he told everyone he had equal feelings for 3 women. After his mistake, he became worried, instantly seeking advice. He turned to Heysun, who, being an observer and adept at managing people, helped calm him down. Heysun, although unsure of his feelings, knew she was interested but wisely avoided putting all her eggs in one basket. She was also wise enough to not share with the others exactly whom she was interested in. That night set the tone for the process of elimination for GwanHee. The next day, Hyeseon scolded him, and his little feelings for her fell flat, lol. Gyuri already eliminated herself, so he decided to tell Heysun that she was his priority, once again, letting her know he was looking at her seriously. Remember this clip from episode 3? It's the preview they showed us for what was supposed to happen in episode 4, but never aired. They got really close than what was revealed to us on the show. After connecting more with each other, Heysun won a game and decided to take GwanHee with her to paradise. I believe this was one of the best decisions that Heysun made on this show. If she had chosen GwanHee, he wouldn't have fallen deeper in love with her like he did. The struggle to compete with GwanHee was ignited. Check this out.
너무 약간 혜선이가 분위기 바라기여가지고.
His expression painted a picture of loss and frustration upon learning from Habin that Heysun was falling for GwanHee. Even Minji hinted at romantic vibes between Heysun and GwanHee during their helicopter ride back from paradise. So why is he miserable if he hasn't decided yet? Compare his reaction when he heard this news from Habin to when he heard Habin confess that he'd like to take Hyeseon to paradise. He was genuinely excited for them both. Now, on to Minji. GwanHee's first impressions weren't overly flattering. He said her dress had grass color. A man will not say that to a woman he is interested in. Habin's lack of interest in Minji was also evident when he compared her to Dipsy, laughing my ass off. So, after Minji returned from her first paradise date with Minwoo and JinSeok, she had a conversation with her roommates Sieun and HyeSeon. She expressed interest in JinSeok but was bothered by MinYoung's possessiveness. Then she says she'll check JinSeok out again and just snatch him if she decides it was him she wanted. HyeSeon told her to do what she had to do. Right after that, she tells HyeSeon that GwanHee too seems interesting. She said she felt GwanHee already decided on someone but that she realized that wasn't the case after chatting with him, that he was still open. Even Minji initially got a feeling that GwanHee's mind was made up until she confessed her interest in him, to which she opened up the remaining 1% spot in GwanHee's heart, lol. Just kidding guys, but you get the joke. Anyways, after winning the race challenge, GwanHee immediately called Heysun to clarify rumors about her and GwanHee. But this scene is one of the most telling of all scenes. Did you read his body language, expressions, and every word they said to each other? Every move showed he was in love with her. When Heysun first suggested that he could go with Minji or Gyuri to paradise that day, he was shocked. He asked, so what if we miss the final chance to go together, do we just meet at the end then? Guys, please go watch this scene again. It'll clear all your doubts. She even told him she was playing hard to get at some point. This is GwanHee who kept telling the women he wanted them to make the first move. But here, Heysun said she was playing hard to get. Heysun seems like she's very experienced in dating, so she knew what he needed was not constant validation, but freedom to choose, feel and think without her tying him down with any emotional lovey-dovey things he wanted. She knew he needed a strong and grounded woman. A woman that her yes will be yes and her no is a very strong no. She saw right through him. She knew when to give and when to take back. But sadly the other ladies didn't. He kept seeking validation because he wanted to make sure the person he's interested in will choose him in the end. He was serious about the experience but insecure. So after he returned from paradise with Minji, we all remember he was still worried about Heysun. Once again, his mind was still on Heysun. When Minji returned and talked about how much fun she had with him, Heysun grew increasingly worried. This heightened concern motivated Heysun to give her all in the final game, recognizing its significance due to the promise made at the beginning of their journey. She knew this was the most important paradise trip of all. Minji also sensed the danger of Heysun winning the final match to choose GwanHee, because she felt that energy from him that he had strong feelings for Heysun. Check out Minji's behavior when Heysun was fighting against Gyuri. As soon as Gyuri fell, Minji's emotional turmoil showed instantly. She was miserable and frustrated, almost crying. Then she couldn't hold it in anymore when Heysun finally won. Guys, the show is over, they are all friends, don't hate Minji in the comments please, that is not the purpose of this video. After seeing Minji's reaction, Heysun became confused. In her interviews, she kept saying that she and GwanHee had been through so much already together. This means there's a lot of missing pieces we never got to see. The combination of Minji's poor attitude during the game and GwanHee's indecisive behavior seemed to affect Heysun profoundly. I believe she sat in the dark room alone in that scene and cried and didn't go out to chat with anyone. Cue the tissue in her hand when GwanHee got worried about her and went into her room to talk. Wonnik had already been there to chat with her, as she revealed. GwanHee, still bothered by Wonnik, asked Heysun if she would have picked Wonnik again for her paradise date if given the chance, to which she boldly replied, yes. Her refusal to succumb to GwanHee's tactics intrigued him. She won his heart even more with every conversation and communication. After their paradise date, GwanHee and Heysun had laid bare all that needed to be discussed. Conversations about their future solidified their commitment to each other as final picks. Heysun, returning to Inferno, faced the challenge presented by Minji head-on. The stakes were high. Then GwanHee heard that Minji cried, and we all know the story from there. Minji assured him the day they leave the show will be their first day of relationship. Keep in mind that he had the same conversation with Heysun in paradise already. But because of his unfounded insecurities, or better still could be for the purpose of plot twist and entertainment, then, GwanHee played his last card by telling her Minji was more reassuring than her. Referring to Wonnik's issue once again, however, Heysun surprised him by urging him to pick Minji if he still harbored doubts. This forced GwanHee to confront the possibility of a future without Heysun, a love that he had nurtured since day one, and appreciated for 9 days, potentially slipping away for the sake of entertainment. This realization marked a turning point in GwanHee's mindset, prompting him to stay true to his course with a resolution to avoid further drama. During the bonfire scene, Heysun witnessed GwanHee's interactions with Minji and was visibly upset when he declared he was still undecided about his final choice. Unaware that GwanHee was playing his part in this blockbuster season of Singles Inferno, Heysun lost all hope in him. He had no idea how upset she was when he asked her what day she'd like to return to and change. She said the first day, which was the day they met. She was pissed off and he felt it immediately. I just might lose this girl. Then Sieun asked Heysun if there's a guy that made her heart flutter during their stay in Inferno. Her answer was none. It felt like a knife penetrate GwanHee's heart. Because at this point, he knew she was done with him and doesn't care what happens next. With all the disappointment and pain in her, she cried and gave her final speech. Her cry made GwanHee cry because he knew he was the person that made her cry. GwanHee recognized that he had caused her too much emotional pain just because he was playing his part while embracing this experiment to the fullest. He knew he loved her and wouldn't want her to cry. So he privately reassures her, attempting to salvage their emotional connection so that she doesn't give up on him. There, he praised her for her personality and kindness, making sure to tell her he appreciates her. He did all this while crying, folks. My guy became a cry baby. This private talk was to make sure she doesn't give up on him. This, ladies and gentlemen, is how the genius, a big-time game player, got played, lol. Then, Heysun rubs his hands and comforts him. Him walking by the beach the next day deep in thought was not him worried about whom he will choose in the end, but he was worried if Heysun will choose him, realizing the gravity of his actions. Till the final moment, he worried until Heysun got up and walked towards him, where he heaved a sigh of relief. They both nodded at each other. He chose her. So, after watching this video, can you imagine GwanHee, a 35-year-old man, dumping this relationship easily? No, he wasn't taking this relationship lightly. Or Heysun, a highly intelligent woman, who said she had always wanted to date someone in a different field from hers. She fought tooth and nail to get this man. She fought till the end of the show with every tactic and strength in her. So guys, do you really think they will not date in the real world? Do you really believe they are not dating with the intent of marriage? Their love is stronger than we know. It was built on a solid foundation. I believe GwanHee is more grounded than people think. He is a pro entertainer, a pro basketballer, and now, devoted boyfriend. He is even more expressive than Heysun on IG. If it were up to him, he might scream out their relationship to the world. All his Instagram captions screams Heysun. However, Heysun leans towards the private side. So, let's graciously await their confirmation when they're ready. Through this video, you can be assured that they are presently in a relationship with the intention to marry. This is a unique love story. We wish them all the best. GwanHee's recent YouTube video is the biggest spoiler of all. The link to that video will be in the description box. GwanHee literally confessed to being in a successful relationship with Heysun. When GwanHee asked him to teach him how to also find love successfully. Emphasis on the words love and success, guys. This means he is presently in a loving and successful relationship. You can also interpret it as he was successful in finding love. Either way, they share the same meaning. He told GwanHee, anyone asking that should go watch the show from episode 1 to 11 lol. It's like he's saying, hey, all the answers are right there on the show. Can we talk about how thrilled I am to get this confirmation straight from the horse's mouth after working on this video for days? The man looks absolutely over the moon and head over heels in love. And when were his final words to Hyejeong and Minji? He had this to say, lol.
마지막으로 한마디 해주세요.
하정아, 사랑했었다. 민지야, 수고해.
Thanks for watching. Hit the like button and subscribe if you want more content like this. Bye.